Yeah, let us look at the programmable PLA programmable table once again, students. We have taken all the product terms A, C, B, C, A, B bar, and we have mentioned each and everything. Okay, so your programmable product terms in under the inputs, under the outputs, and we concluded that your F1 and F2 are in true form by mentioning T and T here. Okay, so let us see some other examples. In some other examples, we'll see where we need to have complemented C values in here. Okay, with other examples, then let us go for the design part, students. I told you in PLA, okay, you will have input buffers. First of all, these are the input buffers. When you're going for combinational logic design, students, when you're designing adder circuit, any other half adder, full adder, half subtractor, full subtractor, or any other combinational circuit, you can't see input buffers in there. Okay, you will have A bar, B bar, C bar, something like that, but you can't see these input buffers. But when you're designing PLA or PAL, mentioning these input buffers also very important. Unless otherwise, this will be entirely wrong. There are no feeders for these lines if you didn't mention these input buffers. Okay, and these are programmable underarrays. Programmable underarrays means you can have connection from all, but from which connection you need, that we will be taking. Okay, we can change the program here. From which line? If you want a connection from A bar, we can have a fuse. If you want connection from A, we can have fuse. According to that, we can program it. So it is called programmable underarray. In similar fashion, I'm having programmable OR array. That is why this is called. In that PLA will have programmable underarray, programmable OR array here. Okay, students, let us go and design here how we are going to design the things. Look at here. Design is very peculiar here. You will have a single input line for these gates. Single input line for all these gates. Okay, students, let me show you how you are going to design things. How many inputs you are having, students, totally? How many inputs are there? How many inputs you have, students, in this function?
3 inputs.
Three, sir.
So what
Three
are they?
A,
A,
B,
comma,
C.
B, comma, C, sir.
Yeah, so I'm taking those 3 inputs, A, B, and its C and its complement, students. I'm taking all the things, A bar, B bar, C and C bar. Okay, so I'm taking value and its complement value. So if you're designing a combinational circuit, these are considered as input lines. But when you're designing a programmable logic device like a PLA or PAL, input buffers are very important, students. Since I have 3 inputs here, I need to consider 3 input buffers. Let me take this as my input buffer A. Okay, and I can take input A from this line. Okay, input A from this line. Okay, means that I'm having a connection from A here. For getting your A bar, I need to have a bubble on the down part, and I need to have a connection in here, students. Sometimes you will place these arrow marks, cross marks, or sometimes you will not place. Okay, it's not a big part. Then let us go for the second input buffer, that is about B. So this is my input buffer B here. So this B is to be taken from here to the B line. Okay, and its complement value from other part. Okay, and let us go for the third input buffer C. I can take a C and C bar. Okay, in this direction. From C, I'm taking a connection. Okay, to the line C, and its complement also can be taken to the C bar. Okay, so these are the input buffer side, students. We have given all the inputs A bar, B bar, C bar are available in these lines. Okay, now after getting the buffers, we need to go for programmable and matrix. Then we need to go for programmable or matrix, students. Okay, inverting and non-inverting elements will be there that you are having when complement in the function. Since in the programmable PLA program table we got T and T, these inverting elements are not needed, so I'm not going to show them now. In the few next problems I will show you where we need to have inverting and non-inverting elements later. Okay, now let us go and design programmable underarray, students. Let us take a line and give the connection to AND gate. Okay, like this. Students, tell me how many product terms you are having here. How many product terms you are having? Since we have 3 product terms, have 3 lines connected to 3 AND gates. Okay, this is how you need to start, students. When you're designing programmable underarray, take 3 lines with 3 AND gates. Okay, Then take one more line, since we have one more product term, and it is also connected to AND gate, single input AND gate. Now look at here, students. What are the three product terms we are having?
AC, BC, AB bar.
AC, BC, and
AB bar.
AB bar. So let us connect first of all AC, students. So give a line A here, a cross mark in the line A, and give a cross mark in the line C. Okay, so this will give you a product AC here. Very simple. Then what is your next product term? BC. Okay, BC is the next product term. So in the second AND gate, for the second AND gate, give a cross mark in the line B connection and a connection where your input is having C. So this will give you the input BC. The last one, AB bar. So a fuse from A and a fuse from B bar. So this will give you AB bar. This will give you AB bar, students. Okay. So your programmable AND array is completely over, or AND matrix is completely over, students. Now we need to go for programmable OR matrix, or array. How many outputs you are having?
Two.
Two outputs.
F1 and F2.
So you consider two OR gates with single lines connecting them. Okay, so let us assume that this is F1 and F2. Okay, this is F1. Okay, and this is F2. Now tell me, students, what is your function F1 actually? F1 is equal to, tell me what you got the function. F1 is equal to, what is the function, students?
BC plus
BC plus AC.
BC plus AC.
AC, sir.
Yeah, I'm writing BC plus AC for F1. Tell me, students, what is your F2?
AC plus AB bar.
AC plus AB bar. So this is your simple PLA design. Okay, this is your PLA design, students. Okay, so any doubts in this one, students, in design part?
No, sir.
Programmable logic array design part. In same way, we need to follow the design of any PLA. Okay, they may give you different functions, F1 and F2 and F3, something like that. First of all, you go for truth table. From the truth table, you go for K-map simplification, get your product terms and analyze. Are you getting same number of inputs, same number of product terms, and same number of outputs or not? If the conditions are satisfied, you give the you design a programmable PLA program table, and then go for your design part like this. In the design, you should have initially input buffers, then programmable AND matrix, then it is followed by programmable OR matrix. This is the procedure that we have to follow when you're designing a programmable logic array. Any doubts, students, in this design part? Any doubts, students?
No, sir.
No. Then let us see one more design. Okay, let us see one more design with a different example. So now I am taking.
Sir, but one waiting room, sir.
Yeah. No, only one student is available. I have admitted it. Then let us look here, students. I'm designing one more PLA. Illustrate how a PLA can be used for a combinational logic design with the reference of the function f of a comma b comma c equal to 0, 1, 3, 4, and f2 of a comma b comma c equal to summation small m of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and look at here, students. Relay is the same, assuming that 3 into 4 into 2. What is this 3 into 4 into 2, students? What is 3 into 4 into 2?
3 inputs.
Yeah, 3 inputs.
2 outputs.
Yeah, 3 inputs, 4 product terms, and 2 outputs. Okay, you can see here F1 and F2 are the outputs. A comma B comma C are the inputs, but you should have only 4 product terms in the design part. That you need to check when you're designing your K-map simplification, students. Okay, let us go here and see how you're going to design this PLA with the given conditions 3 into 4 into 2 here. So clearly they have given, and F1 and F2 are the outputs, A comma B comma C are the inputs you need to consider, and the product terms you have to use only 4. Whether that is satisfied or not, you have to check in the PLA programmable table, students. Here, look at here. They haven't gone for truth table here. They have directly gone for K-map simplification. You can do like that also, students. That is not at all a wrong part. You no need to go for truth table. You can directly go for K-map simplification, since they have given clearly what are the elements you need to consider for K-map simplification of a function F1 and F2. So what are the elements they have given, students, in F1? 0, 1,
0,
3,
1, 3, 4.
4. And in F2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So, which means that in F1, you need to consider the cells 0, 1, 3, 4. Let us go here. So, K-map is considering 0, 1, 3, and 4 here. So, they are simply mapping them and they are getting some functions like this, students. Okay. So, that is B bar, C bar, and what is that? B bar, C. Okay. A bar, C. A bar, C. These are the two functions I'm getting here, students. And when you go for the second K-map, I'm getting what are the elements they have given, students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 is given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are filled with 1. And when they are simplifying it, they are getting AB bar plus A bar C plus A bar B. Look at the two functions, students. Look at the two functions what they have given. B bar, C bar, A bar, C. AB bar, A bar, C plus A bar B. How many individual product terms are available? B bar, C bar, A bar, C. Then
A,
4,
B,
6.
AB bar and A bar C is already repeated.
B bar, C bar,
And A bar B you are having. Totally how many
A
product
bar,
terms?
sir.
B.
How many product
4
terms?
product.
4 product
4.
terms. Yeah, since A bar C is repeated 2 times, just you are going to consider only once here. Okay. So what are the product terms? B bar, C bar, A bar C, AB bar, and A bar B. These are the 4 product terms. Students, you got 4 individual product terms. Is the given condition is satisfied or not?
Satisfied.
Yeah.
Sir.
So we are using 3 inputs ABC. We are going to design only 2 outputs, F1 and F2. And after K-map simplification, we got only 4 product terms. They are A B bar, C bar, A bar C, AB bar, and A bar B. These are the 4 product terms. So condition is satisfied, students. Directly now you can go for PLA programmable program table. That is, first of all, you write the product terms B bar, C bar, A bar C, AB bar, and A bar B. And mention those things under the inputs A, B, and C here. Students, look at here. Do we have any term A here under B bar, C bar?
No, sir.
No. So I'm placing hyphen. Since you have B bar, C bar, I'm placing 0 and 0 under B and C. The second product term is A bar C. So since I have A bar, I'm placing 0. No term B, so hyphen. Since you have C here, I'm placing 1 in here. Like that, you need to mention your inputs and you need to mention what are the product terms you have under F1 and F2. Students, do you got exactly the 4 product terms? 2 product terms in F1 and 3 product terms in F2? Exactly, you got correct or not? Whether those 4 product terms is satisfied or not? Satisfied. So I'm giving true and true here. True and true here. So I'm not giving any complement value here. Okay. Then let us go for the design part, students. How you're going to design this? Tell me, students, what you have to do initially when you are going to design a PLA. What is your primary job? You need to give input buffers. That is your input buffers. What are the inputs you have? A bar, B bar, C bar. So take the lines A bar, B bar, C bar, and give the connections from the buffer. A bar, B bar, C bar is given. So after completion of input buffers, just you need to go for programmable AND array. So how many product terms are there? 4 product terms are there. So you take 4 lines connecting 4 AND gates, connecting accordingly. Since your first product term is B bar, C bar, take a connection at B bar, take a connection at C bar. Then second term is A bar C. Take a connection at A bar and take a connection at C. Your second term is over. Next is A B bar. Take a connection from A, take a connection from B bar and give it to AND gate. And last one is A bar B. So take a connection from A bar and take a connection from B and give it to another AND gate. So programmable AND matrix is completely designed, students. Now we need to go for programmable OR matrix. In programmable OR matrix, you check this one. F1 is equal to, or you can check this one. F1 is equal to B bar C bar plus A bar C. So take the connection from B bar C bar and A bar C, give it to OR gate. In F2, you have three product terms, students. They are AB bar, A bar C, and A bar B. So from three product terms, I'm taking connections to the function F2 here. So this is how I am going to design a PLA here. Students, do you got any doubts in the design part again now? Any doubts in this one? Any doubts in the design part so far? What we have designed about a PLA, programmable logic array?
No, sir.
Yeah, no doubts. Then students, there is only one thing that we got to discuss in particular is if you're not meeting their requirements, if they are giving like 3 inputs, 4 product terms and 2 outputs, then according to the given function, you design your truth table. Then look at here. They're asking us to use only 4 product terms, but here you got totally 5 different individual product terms. A2 bar, A1 bar, A2 bar, A0, A1 bar, A0, A2, A0, A1, A0. So there are no redundant terms or repeated terms. You can see 4 different terms, but in the question they are asking only to use 4 product terms, but instead I'm getting 5 product terms. What I have to do then? What is my choice? What is the path I have to simplify this problem? Look at here, students. If your product terms condition is not satisfied from the given, then you need to go for the complement of it. Look at here, students. Look at, compare these 2 truth tables. What I have done here, according to the condition, I have given the min terms. I have mapped the min terms into the K map and I have grouped them. Since I'm not meeting its condition of having 4 product terms, now I'm going to do reverse of it. Instead of grouping ones, I will try to group zeros. This is 0. This is another 0. This is another 0. This is another 0. Instead of grouping ones, I will try to group zeros here. Similarly, for the second function also, instead of grouping ones, I will try to group zeros. Means I'm taking complement of the given functions. Actually, the given things are 0, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 7 for the 2 functions. Instead of taking 0, 1, 3, 5, I'm taking reverse of it. The remaining max terms, I'm trying to group zeros in the first and second function. So I got to check like that. Look at here, students. After taking complementary values, you're getting F1 bar and F2 bar here. Okay, instead of getting F1 and F2, since I'm taking complement of it, instead of grouping ones, I'm grouping zeros. So I'm getting F1 bar and F2 bar. Now you check, are you getting a same condition or not? You're getting 4 product terms or not? Definitely you will get 4 product terms. If you're not getting here in the complementary function, you will definitely get it. Then design a PLA program table. PLA program table. After designing it, look at here, students. This is very, very important here. Since we are designing the functions F1 bar and F2 bar here, you got to place C and C here. You need to place C and C here. Since you are designing F1 bar and F2 bar, instead of designing F1 and F2, you need to place C and C here. Students, do you understand where I got to place C and C here? When I got to place C and C? If your product terms condition is not satisfied, instead of grouping ones in the given function, they have given 0, 1, 3, 5. Instead of taking 0, 1, 3, 5, I will take remaining values to group. Instead of taking 3, 5, 7 in the first second output, I will try to group other terms. Then I will check in the complementary things, I'm getting 4 product terms or not. Definitely you will get it if you're not getting in F1 and F2. Then I will design PLA program table. Since I'm designing F1 bar and F2 bar, instead of designing F1 and F2, I will write my F1 is complemented, F2 is complemented. Then I will go for design part. Look at here, students, remaining entire design part is same, but only the thing that you will get in different is you need to add these inverting outputs. You need to add these inverting outputs. Since we are designing F1 bar and F2 bar, but we need F1 and F2, these XOR gates are to be added for your programmable OR arrays. Programmable OR arrays. That is about PLA, students. Okay. So this is what we are doing when you are trying to design some PLAs here. Okay.